Today, we're going to be going over the dumbest kill streak in every Call of Duty. On top of that, I'm going to crown the one that I hate the most at the end of the video. Let's dive in. So we're going to quickly start off with Call of Duty 4 and World at War. And I'm going to be honest with you, there really isn't too many things dumb about these streaks. Both were 3, 5, and 7, UAV, airstrike, and then chopper and dogs for the separate games. Honestly, they were very good. They were all solid. And I think we just need to move on to Modern Warfare 2. So now we get into the actual dumb streaks, and this is the sentry gun. Now in Modern Warfare 2, this was a 5 kill streak. And if you didn't know this, in the newer Call of Duties, when you get a sentry gun or something of that equivalent, you just kind of get it. Like you can just kind of randomly pull it out of your pocket. Well, in this game, I guess they were keeping it a little bit more realistic. You ended up having to throw down a care package after you earned the kill streak, and then you had to go over and claim it and get it yourself. So first of all, you could get the sentry gun kill streak, throw the care package down to get it, and then die before you got there. So sometimes you didn't even get the sentry gun, but if you were able to get it, you would put it down, and let's be honest, this thing was pretty bad. Unless it was in a perfect place, perfect position, this thing would maybe get 1 kill. And for the most part, I feel like its equivalent was the Predator missile. This would always be better. And another thing that you got to remember about this kill streak, if you knifed it 1 time, it was gone. Now they learned in the future, you know, that they made it a little bit stronger, but this one, 5 kill streak, and it's a 1 slice of a knife. Yeah, that's pretty dumb. Now we're on to Black Ops 1, and this one just makes me laugh every time. This is the Valkyrie rocket, the Valkyrie rocket, however you want to call it. This was a 7 kill streak. Now let's just, for reference, go back to World at War. World at War was a 7 kill streak, got you dogs. In Black Ops 1, it got you a Valkyrie rocket. Now, if you don't remember, you would get this thing, and it was kind of like a grenade, not a grenade launcher, like a rocket launcher. And it was, you handle it yourself. So you shot the rocket, and then you had to control it. Well, let's just say you would try to control it, because this might have had the worst handling I've ever seen in my entire life. On top of that, they only gave you 2 rockets in this thing. This is a 7 kill streak, and we got 2 rockets. On top of that, I feel like, just to add it more insult to injury, if someone had like flat jacket on, this death radius was cut down tremendously. Like, it had to be a direct at the feet, hit the person type of kill, or they would just brush it off. So I don't know why in the world you would ever use this, to be honest with you. Now it's time for Modern Warfare 3, and there was a couple different versions of streaks in this game, as you know, support, specialist, assault. But we're gonna go with, I guess this is the assistance ones, where you could die and still get them. I know it's kind of a little, it's not technically a kill streak, but for me, I felt like this was the dumbest one of them all. This is an airdrop trap. This was pretty much a booby trapped care package. So if you threw it down, you would just leave it. And when, the other team would go up to it, they would be so like, haha, I'm so cool, I'm stealing your care package. And then it would blow up in their face. Now the problem is, as time went on with Modern Warfare 3, it was a cool idea in the beginning, but then players got smarter. So when you would throw it down, it would literally sit on the map the entire game, because people are like, yeah, nobody's claiming that care package on the opposite team. I know exactly what that is. There's also perks that can show you that it's a fake as well. So for 5 kills, for a possibility of 1, it just didn't seem like a good trade-off to me. And most people knew it was fake. Let's be real. Now, Black Ops 2, this brings us to, we're just going to get right to the chase here. This, my friends, is the Dragonfire. And I got a big bone to pick with the Dragonfire, because when you look around at the Black Ops 2 kill streaks, I mean, my goodness, are they special. There is so many good ones. There's so many great ones. And for some reason, they just didn't get this Dragonfire right. Now, it is, for Black Ops 2, it went to score streak system. So this was 975 score to unlock it. And pretty much what it was a remote controlled drone. you had to control it. It wasn't like just following you in the air. It kind of reminds me of the rocket in terms of how bad the handling was with this thing. On top of it, I don't know about you guys, I felt like I would have to shoot people like 500 times to take them out, and or it felt like I would get like ghost bullets. It's like, what is going on? I'm shooting these people, the bullets aren't hitting them, or they're not connecting. Like, I don't know if you had to lead your shots back in the day, and this is something that'll blow my mind if somebody comments that down below, like, hey man, you actually needed to lead your shots. That would be my problem with it then if that was the case. But it just felt like it never was the value for the points that it was. On top of it, you could shoot this thing down in like 1 second. It's kind of going back to the sentry gun, where you had all this effort and energy and to get this streak, and then if somebody had decent aim, they would shoot it down in literally no time at all. So yeah, despite BO2 having some of the greatest streaks of all time, this could be one of the worst streaks ever. Now we are on to Ghosts, and if I may say, this could be one of the dumbest changes and the dumbest streaks maybe in Call of Duty history. This is the SATCOM. This is a streak that replaced the UAV. Now, most of you know what a UAV is, ladies and gentlemen. You get 3 kills in a row. You call this little thing in, your radar sweeps, you see the enemy team, bada bing, bada boom. It's a great thing. Well, they decided, hey, let's change this format that's been working for the last 5 Call of Duties. And let's try to make it more difficult, and let's make it 5 times worse. Now, when you got a SATCOM, again, this is the same way. It's 3 kills. You would get this little device, and you would be able to place it down on the ground. So it was nothing in the air anymore. Instead, you would put it down. Now, there's only, I guess, one positive of this. You could kind of hide it if you wanted to. Out of the way, it was tough to then get access to, but most people didn't do that. Most people got the SATCOM and plopped it right down, let's be honest. The problem with this was it didn't give you the same effect as a UAV. It gave you way less. You had to show up on the radar, you had to be within the line of sight of that SATCOM. Now, if you wanted to get the effect of a UAV, you had to get another one. So you had to pair that SATCOM with another SATCOM, and then they would give you the UAV. And then if you wanted to do another one, somehow you got 3, that would give you a UAV with a faster sweep. Now, I don't know what they were thinking with this. I'm sitting here recording this video, and I'm just like, what was the purpose? Also, again, Sentry, you could just walk up to and knife it 1 time. 3 kill streak, out the window, just knife it. So guys, listen, you guys know I'm not the biggest fan of Ghosts out there. I'm still trying to find somebody in Stonehaven, but this decision was just dumb. I think we all can agree, correct? So Advanced Warfare will be kind of quick with this one, because honestly, the streaks were, dare I say, all kind of mid in this game. I played this game for the entire year, and I really didn't have any streak that really blew me out of the water. So we're gonna go with the recon drone. This was for 350 points. The purpose of this is pretty much it would throw out or spit out threat grenades, and then that would reveal enemies. So it was trying to kind of be like a UAV. It kind of reminds me of, if you've seen Star Wars Episode 1, the little droid that Darth Maul throws in, they're in Tatooine, and he like throws it out to go fetch where Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan and all them are at. It reminded me of that. Also, just a quick plug, I do have a Star Wars channel. This was unintentional, but I have a Star Wars channel. It's Galactic Scoop. I'm gonna put it in the description down below. I'm working on a long form for that channel, so stay tuned. But anyway, on top of this, it's a jetpack Call of Duty. This thing it couldn't keep up with the people. So, recon drone, you looked cool, but you were trash. Okay, now we're on to Black Ops 3, and the streak that you see in front of you is the Dart. Now, this thing was 650 points. Now, we were back to that score streak system like Black Ops 2 had, which I always love. But this was the Dart. It was kind of like an evolution or escalation or whatever you want to call it of the Valkyrie rocket. It was pretty much a controlled paper airplane looking thing, and it had the exact same qualities of the Valkyrie rocket. Terrible handling, easy to shoot down, and didn't really work that well for being as many points as it was. Again, another reminder, we are in the jetpack era. So trying to hit people with this little paper airplane became very difficult when they were wall running and jetpacking all over. Not the smartest of ideas, Treyarch. You're pretty smart. But with these controlled rockets, we might have to take a break. Now we're on to Infinite Warfare, and I know a lot of you guys did not play this game that much, and neither did I really. But this streak, it's not going to make very much sense because this is the de-atomizer strike. And now you're going, what in the world, T? What in the world are you talking about? This was pretty much this game's nuke. And again, you're probably going, T, what in the world are you talking about? How in the world could a nuke be the dumbest streak in a video game? Let me explain. So back in the day, this game actually did not have a nuke kill streak. So you could not go in and equip this streak. Now, you've been with this channel for a little bit. I have mentioned this in a previous video. There was only a few ways to get this option. You had to get a blueprint or a variant, a gun variant, to have the streak equipped. So let's say, for instance, there was a gun in the shop or whatever, in the supply drops at that point. They would come with a streak attached with it. So it would give you variable different stats and then the option to get a nuke. So if you had this gun equipped, you then could go on that 25 or 30 kill streak. I can't remember what it was. And you could get a nuke. But it was only with that weapon or gun blueprint. So for me, I think that's dumb. It should have just been a normal kill streak that anybody could have earned. Would I have earned it? Absolutely not. But I still like that option. Now we move on to World War II. We're back to boots on the ground. Nobody panic. But this kill streak is a little bit, this is a weird one to me because this is the Molotov cocktail. Now it's exactly what you would think it would be. It was a grenade with some flame and whatever, how you concoct that thing and you throw it at somebody and you try to burn them. That's how it worked. Now this became in World War II a 3 kill streak. Now let's go back and do a little history lesson. In World at War, this was just a basic grenade that you could equip at any time, pretty much I think at any level. It was one of the earlier levels that you got the cocktail. And in World War II, they decided to make it an actual streak. And also, it didn't work very well. I'm gonna be honest with you. I used it a couple times. If you got kills with the cocktail as a kill streak, put it in the comments down below. I would like to know how many you got. Pretty much it was probably maybe 1 kill at a time. You're not getting any more than that unless there's a whole team sitting on a roof or something, just absolute idiots. So now we're on to Black Ops 4, and actually Black Ops 4 had a decent amount of streaks, and Treyarch's always done a pretty good job of the streaks actually doing something and feeling like they were worthwhile to get. Your work was kind of compensated well, except for in Black Ops 4 with this one. This is the strike team. Now, this one cost 1,350 points. I had to make sure I had my math correct there. And what it did was it pretty much called in 2 armored soldiers to fight alongside you. Now, they tried this in previous Call of Duties, maybe even World War II might have been the paratroopers. And they all seem to kind of go the same way. They're not that good, and they could die pretty easily. And we got to remember, we're on one of the highest kill streaks in the game. So it took a high effort to get this streak. And then again, if they die really easily, it's like, man, what in the world am I doing that? You might as well have went for, I can't remember what it's called now, but it was the one where you had like a sniper team and they would only get headshots. It was insane. I can't remember what it's called right now. I don't know why, I don't remember. But it like would follow you. It was like a chopper with snipers. It was one of the greatest streaks of all time. We're not here for that. This one should have been buffed or something, especially with the health being 150 in Black Ops 4. They just didn't get any kills, I feel like. Now we are on to Modern Warfare 19, and guess what we're doing again? Well, kind of. This is not a sentry gun. This is a shield turret. It kind of looks the same, but it's a little bit different, and we'll talk about it here. This one cost 3 kills, so it's not really that crazy. And like I said, it was a lot like the sentry gun, minus a pretty big component. It wasn't automatic. So you would literally have to get 3 kills. And you know, I was talking about how you had to throw the care package down. This was the year where the sentry gun, it just kind of came out of nowhere. And like, you just pulled it out of your back pocket. You could sit it down. And then once you got it, you had to like manually get inside this kill streak and operate it on your own. It wasn't like you could run away and put it at an angle and watch your back or watch a hallway or something. No. You had to manually get in this thing. So I never am one for those types of streaks where it kind of slows down your game, especially in a Call of Duty that is very fast paced. Well, Modern Warfare 19, you know what I mean? But yeah, even though it was only 3 kills, I thought this was pretty dumb. This was a pretty dumb idea. Now we are on to Cold War, and this must have been the era, well, it definitely was the era when Warzone was dominating. And I think the devs had sort of this idea to kind of try to integrate multiplayer with Warzone. So this streak is armor plates. Yeah, the armor plates from Warzone were in multiplayer. Now this costs 1,600, which I think is way too high for these. And it did exactly what you would think it would do. It gave you a few extra bullets. You could take a few extra bullets, but it's funny. It applied the same way too. Like the way they applied the armor was the same way as Warzone. I don't know if this was their plan to kind of give people a little, hey, if you haven't tried Warzone, this is your little sneak peek. But this is also the era too where you could earn streaks. Treyarch implemented that streak system, which I think is also we can include on the dumbest kill streaks. It wasn't even really a kill streak or a score streak because you slowly got it over time regardless of what you did. So you would earn these eventually, but we now realize we want multiplayer and Warzone to be separate. It's been about 5 years. But yeah, this one was not it at all. I don't even know if I might have used it one time just to try to see what it was. Leave the plates to Warzone. Now we are on to Vanguard, and this one might upset some people, but let me explain. It's the guard dog. Now we all have good memories with the guard dog because when we played Call of Duty Ghost, it was a pretty low kill streak. It was Riley, and you know what? It was a good time, and it did pretty well. But this one in Vanguard, I feel like just did not live up to expectations. We all wanted that Ghost style, but it just didn't hit. This was 6 kills, and I feel like with the speed of Vanguard, when you really look back at Vanguard was a very quick game, and very rarely would this dog get a kill unless you were playing in a bot lobby. The AI dog would just kind of chase people across the map instead of trying to go to one that was closer. And again, it's a common theme with these streaks. It was very easy to take down. I mean, the poor dog would go down in a few, which is realistic, but you know, come on now, it's a 6 kill streak. Maybe he has like some body armor on or something, right? Now we are on to my favorite Call of Duty of all time, Modern Warfare 2. And this one, I'll say it, there were some decent streaks in Modern Warfare 2, but there was one that I remember always kind of laughing at. It almost became a meme with this game, and it was the bomb drone. Now this thing costs 4 kills, and it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It was a drone that had a C4 attached, almost like this version's game of the RC car. And it sounds cool in theory, but this was probably the loudest. I feel like it was one of the loudest kill streaks, one of the slowest kill streaks. I mean, you could see this thing from a mile away. Like I remember seeing one of these in the map Tarek, you know, the sand map, and I'm just staring at it and I'm just like, man, this thing is that might take 15 minutes to get to me. It might take the rest of the game. So again, most people would shoot these things out of the air pretty easily, and you would get no kills for it. And sometimes you'd even get killed because your guys with this little remote sitting there for 45 minutes trying to find somebody, and somebody would take you out while you're doing that. So you'd end up getting no kills and then dying on top of it. Beautiful combo. All right, so Modern Warfare 3, again, it was a game that had a decent amount of streaks. None that were very memorable in my opinion, I'll say it. But this one we're gonna go with is the Guardian. Now, don't hate me. This thing was 5 kills. And I know, again, this is kind of like the dog situation. I know a lot of you guys have memories of the Guardian from Black Ops 2, and you would just sit there and put it on the door, and it would actually, people were dumb enough to keep hitting the Guardian, and you get a bunch of kills in a row, and it would watch your back. No. This one actually didn't kill people anymore. It would only hurt them, and most people knew how to avoid it because of how loud it was. So I don't know who in the world would actually equip this kill streak in a multiplayer match anymore, but it was there if you wanted to. It was also very easy to destroy. It wasn't as easy as the sentry gun and MW2, OG MW2, but it was still pretty easy. So it felt like a very dumb and useless streaks. Now our final one in Black Ops 6, it just pains me to say, man. It just pains me to say, this is the RCXD. one of the most iconic kill streaks, a phenomenal kill streak in every iteration of the game except for this one. It was 450 score, so kind of typical to what it used to be. Now we know it used to be like 3 kills, 2 if you had hardline, but it's terrible, man. The handling on this thing, it's kind of reminiscent of the Valkyrie rocket in Black Ops 1. It is that bad. I don't know what they did. I don't know what happened with the remote control. Maybe something happened. The batteries were dying or something in this version. It is just awful. And one stray bullet can take it out. A lot of, you know, these streaks we've talked about, so easy to take out. And on top of this, this game has omni movement. So you could easily dodge these things. And again, it's one of those things where I feel like the pace of this game is so quick. They could get to the spawn and take you out before you even found somebody or killed somebody with your kill streak. So it would be one where you got no kills again and you died. Never a good combo. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. That is the dumbest kill streak in every Call of Duty. And you know what? We're going to crown what I think to be the worst. And I kind of did a little spoiler alert in the beginning, but I got to go with the SATCOM and Ghost, man. I don't know what they were doing there. You just don't replace the UAV. The UAV is like, when you think of Call of Duty, UAV is up there at the top of the things that just make it a Call of Duty game. You don't mess with it. But let me know in the comments down below. What do you think is the dumbest kill streak in Call of Duty history? The most useless one out there. I really had an enjoyable time making this video. Thank you for suggesting it for me. I really appreciate it. If you have any more video ideas, let me know in the comments down below. I do read them. As you know, I reply. And at the same time, I sometimes take your guys' videos and I make them. So please keep doing that. If you want to leave a like because you enjoyed the video, do that now. If you want to subscribe, on the road to 1 million. Also, if you want to watch another video, go click over there. Okay, I think that's it. I'm getting out of here. We'll see you in the next one.